Aussie gamers, welcome to today's episode of Lucas's Last 48, and within the last 48 hours I have done pretty much fuck all. I've been way too busy to be sitting down playing video games, which is a bit depressing for me. So instead of really talking about what I've done in the last 48 hours, I'm just going to go through a couple of news items that I've noticed recently that are of a little bit of interest, and maybe you guys will be interested too. Anyone out there a fan of the Nintendo 64 and the awesome jet ski racing game called Wave Race, or Wave Race 64 as it may have been called? I believe pretty much every proprietary or first party Nintendo 64 game had 64 on the end of the title. But anyway, Nintendo have filed for a new trademark called Wave Race. Wave Race, if I can speak properly. I've only just woken up. I was up all night last night. And I'm really excited for that. It's probably going to be a Nintendo Switch game. Is it Switch it's called? Whatever it's called, that new Nintendo console. I'm still half asleep. Hopefully it might come out on the Wii U. I don't know, but depending on when everything is all slated for, I'll definitely want to get Wave Race, a new Wave Race anyway. That first one was amazing. Back on the Nintendo 64, the wave physics were amazing and the racing was pretty sick too, and all the tricks you could pull off. So hopefully that's true and hopefully that's coming. So next up that I wanted to talk about is no, not that. Oh, there might be a new Arkham Batman game coming. I know Rocksteady was saying that Arkham VR was the last Batman game that they were going to make, but there's news going around that obviously it would be very silly for Warner Brothers to let the Arkham series die, considering how much money it makes for them. So I don't know, Arkham Knight was an awesome game as well, so if they do make another one, I'm sure it'll sell really well and be awesome. So they've all been good. Even the ones that Warner Brothers made themselves, that Rocksteady didn't make, like Arkham Origins, I still liked that. I mean, it still wasn't exactly, what the Rocksteady games were, but I loved it. I thought it was great. Lastly, I've got here Telltale's The Walking Dead Season 3. There's a release date for that, which is coming in February next year. Bit strange though, normally they wait till all, say, 5 episodes are released and then they make a disc version and sell that. This time round they're going to be selling a physical copy of The Walking Dead Season 3 on release of the first episode, which will come with the season pass. So you're really only going to get the first episode on the disc and then you'll have to download the rest, which is a bit silly, I think, because it kind of removes the need or the purpose of actually buying a physical copy, except for the fact that people like having discs and cases and stuff like that. But anyway, that's coming on the 17th of February 2017. They may be US dates, but as we get a little bit closer and there's more of an Aussie announcement, I'll let you know either through a Last 48 or on the Aussie Games Express video game podcast. Speaking of the podcast, happy Sunday everyone. Hopefully you're having a nice and lazy Sunday afternoon, evening, and playing lots of video games, and also listening to the Aussie Games Express video game podcast, Red and Lucas, chatting it up video game style. Chuck your headphones in, have a listen to the podcast while you're playing video games. It's a perfect accompaniment. And we've got a little bit in there about Watch Dogs, the Altec Lansing speaker, as you can see here under my PC monitor there, about me trying to break it and stuff like that. But yeah, so lastly, I just wanted to quickly mention a couple of games that I bought in the last 48 hours thanks to the Black Friday sales. I got them on my PC. I finally picked up Gang Beasts, which is like a brawl game with little plasticine looking characters, which I've been wanting to get for a very long time. So I finally picked up Gang Beasts, haven't played it yet, haven't had time, but over the next few days I'll be able to spend a little bit more time playing games, and that'll definitely be one that I try. Also picked up Deadlight. Now that's a game that originally I played back on the Xbox 360, loved it, was a fantastic game. I thought, oh well, for a couple of bucks I'll pick it up on Steam and I'll play it again on my Steam link. And lastly, I got Dragon's Dogma. That's part of the Humble monthly bundle, Humble subscription thing. So I've got that, and that's something else I'll like to try out. I've also got Stardew Valley on there. It's a pretty popular game from what I heard. It's some weird farming simulator-y sort of thing. I'll have to try that and see what it's all about. Hopefully it's got controller compatibility and I'll play it on the Steam link. But look, that's pretty much all I've got for you today. I haven't actually played anything within the last 48 hours because, as I said, I've been way too busy, but I will endeavour to play a little bit more by the time I come back to you in the next 48 hours. But until then, please feel free to fill the comments below with games that you've been playing, any news that you've seen that hasn't been mentioned, what you think of Nintendo's Nintendo bringing back Wave Race. Did you like the original one? Did you play it? I loved it. The Batman series, do you like the Arkham games? Have you played them? Have you got the remastered duo copy that you can get? Return to Arkham, I believe it's called. And have you played the Walking Dead Season 1, Season 2, the Telltale series? Because if you like a good story, you're going to get them in those there. So they're good fun to play. And I believe the first one has a super easy platinum trophy for the PlayStation. So if you literally just play all of the episodes in the series, you get the platinum. Happy days. So it's an easy one. If you don't have a platinum trophy, you can get one really easy. You should be able to pick those ones up quite cheap, and they're good games. But that's all I have for you for today. So thank you very much for everyone that watches this video. Share it with your friends, and you guys can hang out for Red's Recap tomorrow. So thank you again, and until I see you again in the next 48 hours, see ya.